Good afternoon, Falcons. I greet you on a beautiful afternoon in the village here from Henry Pfeiffer Chapel, a wonderful space that's normally used for community worship, especially on Wednesday mornings here, but in recent semesters has been used as a large classroom because social distancing is possible in this beautiful space. I hope you'll visit this space very soon. I'm excited to see many of you. We already have several dozen student athletes back on our campus, and I would like to tell you how excited we are for your return to campus this weekend and congratulate you for your patience, your wisdom, and your performance during what can safely now be called the strangest semester in the history of American higher education. I hope that you are rested and eager to return this weekend. We are excited with athletic practices already occurring, a schedule of Pfeiffer Life events recently released, and a higher percentage of classes scheduled to be taught in person this semester. There's so much to be excited about. Personally, the best part of my day is having the opportunity to interact with you, whether that happens in and around the Stokes Student Center during the lunch hour or somewhere like the Knapp Center in the evenings. I want nothing more than to return to a regular schedule of meeting with you and talking about your life and your progress toward your goals. And your professors, coaches, and other mentors on staff here very much want the same thing. We cannot wait for your return. I want to be very frank with you about some of the possibilities that the semester holds for us in the midst of the growing availability of a COVID-19 vaccine. This semester could be one in which we very well experience some of the challenges that we experienced last fall in terms of restrictions for a couple of months, and then a couple of months of loosening restrictions in the second half of the semester. That is a hypothesis, of course, but it is a hypothesis that I'm excited about. Mandatory testing for student athletes each week, the opportunity for all students to test upon returning to campus. These are all very important and helpful things. At the same time, as you know, last semester there was a point at which we were the best in the state among college institutions with COVID-19 cases, and then I thought we relaxed a bit in the middle of September, and that resulted in a time wherein we had to move to an exclusively online learning format. I want to commend you for the first part of that semester, the part wherein you were not only wearing masks all the time and practicing social distancing diligently, you were even reminding faculty and staff that they should be as attentive to the restrictions as you are. Thank you so much for your vigilance. I pray that this semester the prospect of a vaccine will not cause us or lead us to relax too soon, relax too early. Please work with us and know that we are excited about an in-person experience this semester, but around us, cases are still on the rise in North Carolina, and we cannot afford at this point to forget our key W's. Wash our hands, wait in line at least 6 feet apart, and wear our masks. And I pledge to be diligent with you on that point. This brings me to a final note, and I don't want to belabor this point too extensively. I've just encouraged you to enjoy one another. I've just encouraged you to come back to a campus wherein the liberal arts and the health sciences and learning and debate are all valued things. Since you went home for the semester in late November and early December, There has been a great deal of debate in this country, and one could even truly say that the division in this country has in some ways come to a head in recent days. The recent round of elections probably went very well in the view of some of you watching this videos, and others that are watching this video probably view the elections as having gone quite poorly. I want you to know that we are all coming back together in these days, and that we have had the opportunity to watch on our television screens, on our computer screens, folks getting very angry, even trespassing in some way the Capitol grounds and the Capitol building, and coming under great scrutiny. I want you to know that there have been times in my life that I have been deeply disappointed by politics and by the government. Personally, I have sometimes allowed myself to pretend that politics doesn't matter, that government doesn't matter, and that I can just live my solitary existence and avoid all confrontation with others, and focus on other matters and my own life and my own progress. And sometimes that's been quite convenient for me. I have, however, in recent years seen the dangers of such behavior, of such views. I even voted in the most recent election, and I do want to underscore, rather than the negative here, the opportunity that you have before you this semester. You have the opportunity to pull away from the day-to-day life that most of our citizens know and come into the village of Meisenheimer, a place where values and ideas are discussed and debated peacefully. You have the opportunity to reflect on your academic discipline, the thing that you feel called to do, but also upon current events with wise and patient mentors and close friends. I encourage you to see those who disagree with you not as enemies, but as friends with whom you disagree. To have a debate peacefully about something like freedom and its limits, for example. What that concept might have meant to people like Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, even Jesus of Nazareth, and people who thought Jesus' views were very important. People like Emily Pruden, the founder of Pfeiffer University. People like Martin Luther King Jr., whose life and ministry and prophetic words to us will be celebrated and examined in a more intentional way here next week. This seems as good a time as any to remind you of our mission statement. Pfeiffer University will be a university distinctive for its transformational undergraduate experiences and its leadership in professional and graduate programs that fill demonstrated needs. Transformational. That word hangs with me each time I read our mission statement. You come to us from a variety of backgrounds. Your hometowns are different. Your political views may vary in many cases. Your parents' political views may vary in many cases. You are diverse in gender and in race and in terms of religious backgrounds even. Some of you are Republicans and some of you are Democrats. And if national figures tell us anything, most of you are in fact independents. Some of you have definite ideas about what you would like to do with your life when you graduate. And some of you are still coming into that knowledge and understanding. There's a great deal swirling around all of us. But no matter who you are and what your background is, in this strange year, I want to challenge all of us to continue to let the Pfeiffer experience transform us. And that happens through our classes, but it also happens through meaningful dialogue with one another in the Stokes Student Center, on the athletic fields, and all over this campus. I challenge you to discuss with one another important issues, and to do so peacefully, and to do so in ways that will build stronger friendships. I had a professor at Duke that used to talk about a college as the communal pursuit of the truth, and I challenge us to be that, to seek truth together this semester and every semester. That's all I have for you today, as I welcome you back to another semester in the Village. I can't wait to see each of you and welcome you back to campus personally. And as always, go Falcons!